Hey team, since we're not having a sales meeting this Friday, I thought I'd shoot out a quick video sales meeting with some important information that I've learned this week. First, I'd like to thank everyone for sending back the survey. I've started going through them and I've gotten some useful tips. One of the tips that I'm trying to implement right now was to offer some more guidance and training on some compliance issues and GOVAR forms and things like that. So later in this video I will be discussing those. But first I'd like to discuss a few issues about short sale commissions that you should be aware of. If you're taking a short sale listing and putting it in the MLS, we all know by now that the bank determines the final commission on a short sale, and sometimes they do reduce it, but you do not want to check the variable commission box on a short sale listing. There are two potential options for handling a potential commission reduction. The first way, and the way that I do it, is I only offer 2.5% to the buyer side. So on the listing agreement it says that the total commission is going to be 6%, and 2.5% is going to go to the buyer side. Then in the agent-to-agent remarks I put that any commission reduction will be absorbed by the listing agent, and buyer's broker is guaranteed a 2.5% commission on the sale of the property. If an agent calls me and asks me why is it not 3%, I just explain to them that any additional commission will go towards offsetting the negotiation expense. If you're not comfortable offering 2.5% to the buyer's side, you can always put 3% in your listing, and then in the agent-to-agent remarks put something to the effect of, if short sale lender reduces commissions to be split 50-50 between buyer broker and listing broker. Those are the two best ways for handling short sale commissions on the listing side. Now on the buyer side, some of our agents have been negotiating commissions with the listing side. If they see that it's a 2% co-op on the MLS or 2.5%, they'll try to work out something with the listing agent to where if they submit a full price offer, can we get 3%? Or if we close by this date, can we get 3%? That's okay, and you can negotiate commissions. You just cannot negotiate any commissions on a purchase agreement, purchase addendum, or counter. All commission negotiations need to be on a separate agreement, and it needs to be signed by the buyer's broker and the listing broker. This can be either an email or just a letter on EcoProperties letterhead. And the buyer's broker and listing broker need to sign that document to avoid any potential conflict. The first form that I'd like to discuss with you is the instruction to exclude listing from the MLS. This form is used when you have a seller that doesn't want you to put the property in the MLS right away. Maybe they want to list the property with you, but they want to wait a week before you show it, or a month, or however long. And rather than wait and to take the listing or post-dating the listing, go ahead and take the listing, get them to sign the listing agreement, and get them into that contract. And at the same time, have them fill out this form that has, if you see at the bottom there, it has I certify that I'll put the property in the MLS or withhold it from the MLS from this date to this date. So you put the date that they want it in there, and you get it signed by them, and then you sign it, and you have me sign it, and then you fax it into the GOVAR, and then you're compliant. So the second form that I'd like to discuss today is the mechanical key authorization form. This form only needs to be used when the only lockbox on the property will be a mechanical lockbox. As you can see, it requires the seller to sign it as well as the agent and broker, and it needs to be submitted to GOVAR within 24 hours or 2 business days, of putting the listing in the MLS. Now both those forms can be found on the GOVAR website under MLS forms, as well as on our Tonito Drive. I've put them in the Eco Agent forms for you to be able to download as well. These aren't required for every file. They're only required when you have a certain situation that requires these forms. And finally, I'd like to discuss the MLS. The MLS that you're using right now, MLS Exchange, is going to be obsolete by the end of 2013, and GOVAR is moving exclusively to the MLS Fusion product that has been available since this past October. I just started delving into it this week, in fact, so I don't know exactly everything that it does, but it's supposed to have a lot of better tools and be more user-friendly. One thing it does is it allows you to input your listings in about at twice the speed, uploading pictures and such. You don't have to do it one at a time. You can do them all at once, which definitely cuts down on time and inputting the listing. Another thing is that it is accessible on all internet browsers, including Macs and iPads, so you don't have to only be in Internet Explorer to use it. You can use it in Chrome, Mozilla, as well as on a Mac machine. And I'm planning on taking a class at the beginning of the year down at GLVAR. They offer two types of classes. They offer hands-on training, and then they also offer a lecture training. And so I'm planning on taking one of those classes to get myself more familiar with it, and I'll come back and give y'all some more feedback about it. But I also highly suggest that y'all go down to the GLVAR and take the class yourself. They're free, and it's going to be some pretty valuable information, especially since the current MLS, you won't be able to use it next year, or in 2014. Alright, that wraps it up for this week's sales meeting. Hopefully this video hasn't been too long and has been helpful. I hope to do more of these in the future as we get more information, and so that you don't have to necessarily come down to the office for a sales meeting. So once again, you can call me anytime if you ever need anything, and I hope everyone has a happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody.